Hi everybody and welcome to this week's Feature Friday. This week we're going to be featuring the Geroline midsole ice cleats. These ones essentially are kind of a key product for that winter time. Right now, especially since we're oscillating between that cold weather and the warm weather, what you're often going to find is that as much as it's nice to get a break from the cold snaps, it also leads to those icy conditions. And those are the most dangerous. You get a lot of injuries and stuff like that resulting from it. So it's definitely important to get yourself some good cleats. As you can see in front of us here, the Geroline midsole ice cleat comes in a variety of different kind of packages because there's a few different renditions of it. Geroline does also have a few other products under their belt. We're only going to focus on the midsole since that's kind of our core product that we kind of carry here at Mackmore, but we are able to bring in those other ones. Speaking of the core product, the main one that we also stock is this one right here. So that's kind of our main feature unit. You're going to see it in the Cool Comfort flyer and you'll see it on the website. We have brought these other ones in for customers, so that's kind of why we're going to just talk about all these today. If you are interested in any of the products in this lineup, just reach out to us, let us know, and we can kind of see what we can do to hook you up with it. This time of year, they are in high demand, so if you have an interest to get your crew outfitted, we highly recommend you kind of get on top of it. So let's get into some kind of general details that all of these have in common. So they are generally good for industrial use. So wherever you're gonna kind of wear these, they are rough and tumble. They are gonna get you through it. They do fit most size footwear. Like I mentioned, Geroline has a couple different varieties. Like if you have some more flatter footwear, like sneakers and stuff like that, they do have some that are kind of more ideal to those circumstances. But yeah, they can be worn while driving. You can rotate them. They're adjustable, they're flexible, and tweak it to have whatever kind of footwear you have. And we're gonna get into that because we do have a couple of pairs of shoes here, some samples that we're gonna show you guys kind of what it looks like once it's on the shoe. All right, so now we got them on the shoes and the boots here. So just to make it a little easier to identify the different units, we'll just talk about the packaging color a little bit. So the low profile is gonna be the blue packaging, your standard midsole is gonna be orange packaging, and then your high profile is gonna be the red packaging. The ones down here, as you can see, there's a lot of yellow. That's because these are the intrinsically safe units. You still see the blue and the red on this, but anyway, that's kind of why these down here look a little different. So let's go into the low profile one here. It's got a sleeker black frame versus the kind of standard midsole and the high profile. The size of the stud is a little on the smaller side, so 3.5 millimeters. These kind of really work best for footwear where you have little to no heel. If we compare it with the standard midsole, which kind of is the orange package unit, if you will. So these ones here is a 7.2 millimeter stud. It's good for the one size fits all type of footwear. So that's why this is our main carry. It is our main stocking unit, you know, because it works in most situations. For a lot of the bigger boots and kind of that footwear in the safety industry and all that, I mean, that's kind of the ideal scenario. You can definitely see a difference in that kind of black frame. It's going to be nice to have something a little sleeker like this one. You can see the depth of the studs and the size is also a lot bigger in that standard midsole. So definitely a difference there. When we go into the bigger guy here, so this is the high profile one here. So the high profile is gonna be a 9.7 millimeter stud. The black framing is actually pretty much the same size, so not much of a difference on that. But you definitely notice a difference on the stud size. So this is really designed for footwear with that extra deep tread, the high arches, anything kind of with a more aggressive heel. It is really good for kind of the deep freeze work sites and things like that. So that's kind of the one you're gonna wanna look for. So just to kind of show that difference, you know, when you got this here, the cleats are really kind of sticking out with the stud. So that'll really kind of bite into the ice as far as that goes when you kind of really got the deep heel, you know, versus the other two here. So as you can see from the way we've got this one set up, so we already kind of slapped it on the top here, but this is that other scenario where if you're gonna go driving, you're gonna be walking around indoors, you don't want your cleats clicking and clacking around. You don't want them caught on anything either. So basically the nice thing with these shoes, you know, like this is gonna be really easy, but you can basically just do a quick rotation to the top of the shoe and then you're good to go. You can kind of walk indoors. One of the nice details that we do like, since they are catering to the safety kind of mentality for the most part, this tag here is highly reflective. So that's also kind of a nice touch that they've got with these ones. But yeah, as far as it goes, if you're gonna need to kind of walk around, this is definitely the scenario you wanna go in. I mean, you'll realize real quick if you're walking indoors and you've got it downwards, it's gonna be not super comfortable and quite loud. So it's adaptable, it's adjustable. That's what makes these kind of fantastic. So we do love them. All right, so now we're gonna take a moment to just quickly talk about the intrinsically safe models that we have down here. So essentially the main difference is that these are made to be spark proof. So they're best used where combustible material is present because they are designed to be incapable of producing electrical and thermal energy. The important thing though is that they have to be combined with electrostatic discharge safe footwear, so ESD safe footwear. And those would be kind of requirements anyways in environments with concentrations of flammable gases, dust, or fibers. But you know, it's important to reiterate that point. You'll also find that on the packaging, they do kind of mention that. So it is good to kind of keep all that in mind. So the standard applications for these types of things with the intrinsically safe features is going to be, you know, the oil and gas industries, anywhere where you're dealing with the chemical kind of materials, and, you know, some facets of agriculture for sure. So one of the major differences you're going to see here is that the color of the band is that classic high vis orange yellow. So that is the main distinguishing factor at a visual level that you're going to really see between these standard models. But yeah, again, they kind of went with the theme of safety, which is fantastic. We really appreciate that. It's very mindful of that. So that's what's kind of great about these. Again, we don't stock them, but we can bring them in, and we have. So if you are interested in that, that's definitely something that we encourage you to just reach out to us. So we do have these in stock at Mackmore Industries when it comes to the standard midsole one. So they are featured in the Cool Comfort flyer. You'll find them on our website. So if you need just the standard K1 midsole from Geroline, you know where to find it. Mackmore Industries, we've got it for you. If you're looking for any of the other models that you can kind of see around here, just reach out to us, give us a shout, let us know, send us a message, and we will kind of look into it for you. We understand that being safe when it comes to all the slippery conditions is absolutely crucial for you and your team. You want a product that's flexible, that's comfortable, that's adjustable. As you can see from the boots right here, you can really wear them in different formats, different ways on different footwear. We really got to kind of focus on that, and we appreciate that our customers are looking for that kind of key product. So we've got it available to you. All right, so thank you for joining us. This is another episode of Feature Friday. We're going to keep them coming. If you guys have any requests, shoot us a message or anything like that. We'd love to feature something you guys kind of like about our products or something you want us to talk about, and we'll be glad to do it for you. All right, cheers guys, have a good Friday.